years old. I was born 10 years old and I will always be 10 years old. That is the age at which my creator Naji Ali was displaced from Palestine. I am 10, but I am also every age every Palestinian was when they left Palestine.
Or when they were displaced.
Or when they had their homes stolen.
Or when they had their village destroyed. But our stories will never be destroyed.
Neighborhood in East Jerusalem. A flock of settlers are attacking a farmer and his crowd of sheep. The farmer does not budge. One of the settlers kicks a sheep in her belly. The farmer yells out something. Another settler spits at him and hits him with what appears to be a Yankees baseball bat. The rest of the settlers join in. An Israeli soldier stands idly. A young Palestinian man runs to the farmer's rescue, but that same soldier intercepts him and smacks him down in a scene that perhaps may remind our American viewers of the George Floyd murder scene.
Moving on to our next victim, a barefoot 10-year-old boy with ragged clothes and hedgehog hairs watching the news. He does not seem happy with it. As if in an act of defiance, he turns off the news. He kicks something in his way, perhaps a cry for help, and lies down on his right side, tired of a long day as a stateless kid on an occupied land. He cannot lie on his left side because he has an injury on that left hip, which he got from falling down the separation wall that he was trying to climb over. Oh, it appears his injury has healed. He can lie on his left side again. Perhaps it is because of his newer injury on his right side that he had forgotten about. This one, a soldier gave to him because he was walking in the streets past curfew time. Oh, it actually seems that it seems. Oh, poor boy. It seems he is very confused. He must be in total pain everywhere and can't settle in one position for too long. Even lying down hurts as a Palestinian. Oh no. I am so sorry to inform our listeners that the poor little boy has passed out. Or maybe even passed away. We are not sure. The pain must have been too much to bear. Let us take a moment of silence for... amazing. The boy has come back to life. He is thanking his good God for saving him. The boy is showing us the aid he just received from Anwar. Imagine waiting in line for 12 hours for a bag of rice, a bag of sugar, a bag of meat. I think, dear audience, that the boy is upset and would like some space now. I am told by one of our crew members that we must evacuate. We must continue to cover the ongoing horrors.
As we follow a group of Palestinians plotting an attempt to climb the wall and make it to Jerusalem. The scene here is very tense. Stakes are high. It is a matter of life or death. Who is going to climb first? Will they make it to the top? What happens after they reach the top? Questions that we hope to have answers to in the next few minutes. There appears to be a patrol coming their way. Sit tight as we uncover the suspense of the action.
a bunch of Arab terrorists trying to infiltrate to the other side, so I pick up my rifle and I head to Al-Ram. My duty is to protect Jewish settlers. My duty is to keep Palestinians on the other side of the wall. Because the Arabs hate us and want to kill us, right? Isn't that why I joined the army in the first place? To protect my people and live safely in our homeland. That's what I thought I was doing. We call it IDF, Israel Defense Forces. But when you see a 5-year-old Palestinian girl running away from a tank that could and will crush her in a second, you wouldn't think that the tank is defending itself from the girl, would you? But a few soldiers who quit the army and they started an organization to expose the truth. Don't get me wrong, I am still an Israeli and I do not want to lose my Judaism over this. But the horror stories that I experienced as a soldier, they haunt me. Like that time at a checkpoint designed to limit Palestinians' freedom of movement, a pregnant woman was held by a soldier for hours. He was bored. She was in labor. All that other time when we raided a Palestinian home in the middle of the night as part of our terror routine raids. The 3-year-old of the family, he was so terrified he died of a heart attack. I know deep down that what I am doing is wrong. But I ignore it. I ignore it because it is easier. It is easier because how could I risk losing everything I've been taught about Israel? It is easier because it gives me an excuse for all the horrors that they make me commit. Because if a Palestinian is not human, it's okay to kill them. There's no question of human rights if they're not human. It is easier because if Arabs hate us and want to kill us, then I must kill them first. I am the victim. It's easier. All these lies, they make it easier to live this brutal reality. And so I ignore it. And I ignore it, and these questions are bubbling in my head, and I ignore it, and I live in denial, and I ignore it, and I refuse to look into a Palestinian's eye, because I do not want to see their humanity. I reached the wall, where a flock of us pilgrims bicker and move as one, in a wave of unpredictable motion, all trying to make it to the day's coming salvation. Who's going to climb up first? The army could show up at any second. I could be shot. My brother could fall off the wall. It is a game of Russian roulette. You are fighting against all odds, and God knows you are blessed if on that day you escape a random police control. You avoid getting shot, wounded, taken for interrogation, or even imprisoned if and only if you don't fall off the wall and end up with broken limbs. Subhanallah. I gather all my strength and energy to climb. I look around me one last time. I see a soldier standing there. He sees me. It's a shame. It's a shame I can't indulge in that moment on top of the world. On top of the world. The invincible for once, looking down at the world's most moral army. Because I could be shot and my brother could fall off the wall. It is a game of Russian roulette. I look down, the soldier is here now. He's standing there. He sees me. He's reaching for his rifle when... Wake up in the middle of the night to the smell of smoke. I hear loud knocks and screams. Zahra! اصحي يا زهرة! اصحي يا زهرة! سيبوني يا زهرة! عم يحكي سيبوني يا زهرة! اصحي يا زهرة! See? One of the most painful ways to die is by burning. It's equally true for trees. I heard their souls scream through the skies for days. These olive trees come from Jerusalem, where my late husband is from. When their olive orchard was destroyed, he saved one branch. And he replanted it here. And Janine. I do everything for my trees. I water them. I feed them. I pet them. Look, I even talk to them. I share with them my deepest secrets. Like time. I had a crush on the neighborhood's baker. Now, in my head, he would come over when my husband was at work. About that time, I did my private business in my neighbor's olive oil to win back the customers she stole from me. أنا برجيك يا سمية. How I wish my husband made more love. I read them bedtime stories, and then I sing them a lullaby. خطفوني للرجوع من تحت خيمة مجدلي بعضك شو بيترقى. It was the settlers. They burned them down as they chanted death to the Arabs. They took my babies away from me. The two of them I had named after my martyr sons, Jalal and Amin. That was the second time I lost them. This branch is all I have left of them. I am originally from Jaffa. Jaffa is my daughter's name. I put her mouth near my ears as she speaks, and I hear Jaffa's sea. Waves crashing against the shore. I look into her eyes and I see my grandparents' footsteps still imprinted on the sand. Some of us have to sacrifice a lot to pave the way for our liberation. So, my dear Jaffa, if I must die, you must live. To tell my story, to sell my things, to buy a piece of cloth and some strings. They make it white with a long tail, so that a child somewhere in Gaza, while looking heaven in the eyes, awaiting his father who left in a blaze and bid no one farewell, not even to his flesh, not even to himself, sees the kite, my kite you made, flying up above and thinks for a moment that an angel is there, bringing back love. If I must die, let it bring hope. Let it be a tale.
ما كانوا بوادي يكون وطفت على الفرقة بوادي
I look down the wall. The soldier is there. He sees me. He's reaching for his rifle when my eyes meet his eyes. He sees me. He really sees me, and I'm reaching for my rifle when my eyes meet his eyes. I see him. I really see him, and I let him go. As he makes his way down the other side of the wall, something guttural hits me, as if the echoes of all my ancestors and his ancestors together reverberated in my spine and reshaped my inside. What just happened? I let him go. Why did I let him go? My duty is to protect Jewish settlers. My duty is to keep terrorists on the other side of the wall. What just happened? It's as if I just woke up from a fever dream. No, not a dream, a nightmare. It's as if my soul had been stolen by the great beast. It's as if my brain had been occupied to the point that it no longer was mine, to the point that I completely lost control of it. All it took was looking him in the eyes. But it wasn't his eyes that I saw, it was his soul. And through it I could see the whole of vortex opening up to everything that ever was, to everything that is worth living for. I let go of that thing on my hip that has somehow become part of me that I so desperately needed to amputate it, and I walk back to my base. I leave everyone trying to climb the wall and I walk back to my base. Does this make me less Jewish? Does this make me less Jewish? No, Alan. No, stop it. They are trying to steal your soul again. Refocus. I let go of all the people trying to climb the wall and I walk back to my base. Like a sleepwalker, but this is the first time I've ever felt that I've been awake for as long as I can remember. A soldier tries to say something to me, but I can't really hear. It feels like I'm underwater. I can't really speak. The shock is so sharp. I've forgotten how to make a sound. I can't really move. The realization is so heavy. It's paralyzed every single cell in me. I've been living a lie, a delusion. For all these years, they put me under psychosis for all these years. I can feel my blood boiling. They lied to me. My ears are turning red. They brainwashed me. My eyes are shutting down. They manipulated me. My field of vision is narrowing. They exploited me. My heart rate is racing. They weaponized me. My neurons are firing in all directions. They made a monster out of me. How could they? How could they use my Jewish trauma to traumatize the whole other people? How could they use the memories of my ancestors killed in the Holocaust to repeat history on the people that had nothing to do with the Holocaust? How could we serve systems led by anti-Semitic white supremacists? What have we become? I can feel my blood boiling. My ears are turning red. My eyes are shutting down. My field of vision is narrowing. My heart is racing. My neurons are firing in all directions. I swear, I will not let them get away with this. I will fight them. Does this make me less Jewish? Does this make me less Jewish? No, I won't stop it. They are trying to reoccupy the brain. Refocus. They say that my Judaism lies in my Zionism. But my Judaism lies in my love and humanity. No, not in my unconditional support of a state that pretends to protect me. My Judaism lies in my love and humanity, not in the killing of the innocent Palestinians of the land. Who are we protecting? I swear. I'll dedicate my whole life to exposing the truth. I will dedicate my whole life to breaking the silence. I will dedicate my whole life to the eyes of that young soul I saw on top of the wall, and to the eyes of every little girl or boy that I did not see. I think of the young man on top of the wall. I pray that he makes it. An unfamiliar feeling shakes my core. But before I could even identify it, things are moving so fast, before I could even identify it, it leaves my chest as I push to the next step. The rope on the other side of the wall. I collect and store in my leg muscles every last bit of energy I have in me. The leftovers of last night's unflinching motivation. My mother's relief when she sees me walk in the door. My father's teary smile as he recalls his first love. My sister's stolen laugh as I tickle her. The smell of Ramallah, the breath of olive trees. Palestine, life, Palestine, hope, Palestine, Palestine, Palestine. Palestine. I don't know how I made it to the end of the rope. My feet are finally touching the supporting earth. God has blessed me. Palestine is with me. I can't feel my hands. I glance at my palms as I run to catch the bus to Deir al-Anud. They are dripping with red revolution. The image of Jesus bearing his cross crosses my mind. Jesus is with me. Palestine is with me. After a long mission, I finally make it to Al-Quds. Oh, what a feeling. It is only at that point that you understand really what peace means. What will you see in Jerusalem when you visit? You will see all that you cannot stand. When not every soul is delighted when meeting their beloved or pained when saying goodbye, for once your eyes have set foot in Jerusalem, you will only see her wherever you look. In Jerusalem, a middle-aged man from Upper Manhattan holds a Torah and teaches Polish boys its commandments. In Jerusalem, a machine gun hangs on the shoulder of a teenage settler. In Jerusalem, a yarmulke bows at the Wailing Wall. In Jerusalem, soldiers marched with heavy boots over the clouds. In Jerusalem, we were forced to pray on the asphalt. In Jerusalem, everyone is there but you. And history turned to me and smiled.
Have you really thought that your eyes would banish them and see others? Here they are in front of you. They are the main text while you are the footnote and margin. Oh, son, have you thought that your visit would remove from the city's face the thick veil of a present, so that you may see what your heart desires? In Jerusalem, everyone is there, but you. Jerusalem is the wandering day, exiled by fate, and you still chase her since she bid you farewell. Oh, son, I see you began to faint. Oh, calm down for a while. In Jerusalem, everyone is there but you.
Oh, chronicler, wait. The city has two timelines. One foreign, serene, with steady footsteps as if walking asleep. The other hides its face and walks secretly with caution. In Jerusalem, stones of buildings are verses from the Bible and the Quran. In Jerusalem, windows high in mosques and churches took down by hand, showing him how to paint with color. He said like this, but the windows said no, like this. And only after a long make his way through. He must abide by the rule of the windows of God. In Jerusalem, the scents of Babylon and India are outlined in a perfumer's shop in Khan Zayd. It is a scent, I swear, with a language that you will understand if you listen. It says to me as the tear gas canisters are being fired, don't worry. And when the gas wanes, the scent fills the air again and says, you see? In Jerusalem, if you shake hands with an old man or touch a building, you will find engraved on your palm, my friend, a poem or two. In Jerusalem, you can see doves fly high, announcing in between two shots the birth of an independent state. In Jerusalem, everyone has passed through. For Jerusalem welcomes all visitors, whether sinners or saints. Pass through and read the headstones in all languages. Here lie all sorts of people that ever walked the earth. They were the footnote of the book. Now they are the main text before us. Is it only for us that the city has become too small? Oh, Chronicler, what made you exclude us? Rewrite and think again, for I see you made a grave mistake. The city is also mine. I don't want to be excluded. So I walk around the old market and I allow myself to indulge in some falafel, wrapped in a warm ka'k al-Quds with the side of the tastiest hummus. Abu Marwan, the man who has owned the car for more than 40 years now, takes the bread from off his little flame on his car. He leaves it just enough for it to have burnt taste without burning. Allah, tamam. Bas. Yeah. Like paint your doughy canvas on your tahini sauce and decorate it with the tomatoes, pickles, pickled turnips, coriander, Allah, bas. Gently set your edible gems, give them a little wink with your fork, and splash some more tahini sauce, وكتر لك خاف, Allah. He wraps it with his loving hands and hands it to me, as if handing me a piece of his soul. An orchestra of different sounds accompanies my out-of-body taste experience. The calls of the merchants.
3 steps, stop. Breathe and take in the beauty. 6 steps, stop. The call to prayer of Al-Aqsa Mosque is out of this world. 50 fast steps to make it to the Church of Holy Sepulchre before its gates close. I walk. I roam. I pass through the narrow alleys of Souq al-Qattanin with 1,000 different textures and cloths and fabrics in a song of heavenly colors. I spot something beautiful. I finally make it. Al-Aqsa Mosque. I swear no matter how strong a person is at the sight of Al-Aqsa Mosque, they will collapse to a myriad of pieces, taking you back to when you were nothing but stardust. All notes tangled up inside of you will release and let go of a rose that has been yearning for the light of day, only to see something that is far beyond expectation, something that will put the light of day to shame. The light of the dome of the mosque. A golden dome which I think looks like a convex mirror reflecting the faces of the heavens, flirting with it, drawing it near. Crescent. Oh, the crescent. The crescent becomes more curved in Jerusalem. Like an embryo bending over its replica on top of the dome. And over the years, their relation has developed to become like a father to a son. I finally begin to feel one with Jerusalem. When I wake up from my prayer, reminded that I must go back before the soldiers catch me. Is it only for us that the city has become too small? Oh, chronicler, what made you exclude us? The eyes closed and look again. The driver of the yellow cab heads north away from the city's gates. Jerusalem is now behind us. I could glance at her through the rearview mirror. Her colors have changed before the sunset. And then a smile sneaks onto my face and says to me, "Oh, you who weep behind the wall. Are you a fool? Have you lost your mind? Oh, you who has been erased from the text, oh Arab, do not weep, and know for sure that whomever is in Jerusalem, it is only you I see."
Does this look right to you? Why does he have to leave while you get to stay? These stories are written with bullets and stolen history. But our stories will be later. we will rewrite, with olives and jasmines and oranges, with poppies and watermelon seeds and grapevines, with the sound of the Nile on the road. Our delicate steps will shake the earth and tear down the wall and free our people, free our land. Our stories are ours and ours alone, and no one can take that away from us. You will see with your own eyes.
We head back to Ramallah to pick up my little sister Nahida. Before we head to Akka. Something about the streets feels different. The air is lighter, more free. The ride that usually takes us 2, 3, 4 hours because of the checkpoints took us 30 minutes. I walk around looking for my sister Naida, who must be playing somewhere in the streets. I know that sometimes she hides in the trees from the soldiers, but I don't see any soldiers around. Or any tank. Or weapons. Something feels different about the streets. The air is lighter, more free. I walk around and I am taken by the vibrant colors of the street markets of the fallahat, with the farmers from the neighboring villages. I am amused by the adults haggling with the farmers, a skill that every Palestinian inherits. Honestly, if you want to buy yourself anything, take a Palestinian with you. You will save yourself a lot of money. Car for 30,000. I give you 15. No, not 10. Wallahi, Ramshi. Coat for 200. I give you 50. Sandwich for 7. You invite me this time. Next time I invite myself. Grapes for 3. I don't pay you, you pay me. I spot a watery mouthed little girl approaching the Terefe cart. She's plotting how to convince her mother to buy her son. As her mother is inspecting Yafa's best oranges in one of the baskets of the fallahat, the girl sneaks or slips her little finger from the earthy finger of her mother and runs toward the Knafi cart, only to find me standing there. Excited, she waves goodbye to Mama, and she runs to me, a mischievous smile on her face, her pants a little too big on her hips, and she jumps in my arms. Suhail! You came back! Of course I came back. I'm taking you to Akka, little princess. Akka? Akka. Let's go get you your prickly pears before we leave.
Suhail, look at all the pennies I made this week. Today alone, I made 5 pennies. Yes, 5. So first, Abu Rabia he was leaving town. So I heard the Mukhtar yelling, bring Abu Ali and his donkey. So of course I couldn't
princess falls asleep in my arms on our way to Akka. Her eyelids becoming heavier as her consciousness drifts to the world of dreams, transported by the lullaby of my great-grandmother echoing through my voice. إمام ويل الهوى إمام ويليا دربي لخناجر ولا حكم النادل فيها ومشيت تحت الشتاء والشتاء رواني والصيف لما أتى ولع من نيراني ويضل عمر الفتى تمل الحرية ويا ريت صدري جسر وعبوري كأنه يا ريت صدري جسر وعبوري كأنه وعيش أنا وياك عيشة فلسطينية إمام ويل الهوى إمام ويليا ضربي لخناجر ولا حكم النادل فيا يلا ناهدة يلا حبيبتي wake up we're in Akka little princess. I knew that Akka was beautiful, but I never imagined her to be this beautiful. We make our way to the small garden of the old stone house of my grandmother Teta Safiya. It is filled with the reddest of roses, still wet from the dewdrops. The smell of poppies and orange blossom. And of course, a few olive trees.
يا ما أحلى الفسحة one time. Look, I remember this is Jama al-Jazzar with the beautiful mosque. Oh God, bless and protect the hands that built it. My late husband, he is talking to the guard of the mosque. This lovely lady over there, that's me. This lovely lady is my wife. She left Akka 60 years ago. She is longing to see it, but I don't know if she will remember anything of it. La, wallah, I swear, no one ever forgets her country. Wallahi, I long for it like a child longing for her door. يلا كفي مشي معاها. Ma, this is our school. This used to be my school a long time ago. Wallahi. The door was open, so I let myself in. And like from a force from God, I ran up the stairs as if I am 8 years old still, as if I never left Akka. Wallahi, this is our school. And this over there, that was my classroom until the 3rd grade. I would really love to see my old house. يلا مشي معايا يا ابني. No, not this way. I know عك كيف معك. يلا. Wallahi, this is our house. Wallahi, we used to live here long time ago. No, حبيبتي مرحبا. No, I don't want anything. I just want to look. This used to be our house long time ago. No, I don't want to come in. I just want to look from here. This used to be our old house long time ago. Alhamdulillah, God wanted things to be this way so that you can live here with your family now. But I have one favor to ask. Please just take care of the house and protect our stories. You see? I remember everything. So, read the Quran. Listen to this wise found her. They call her, they tell her, what's your name? Albus Hannah. What's your mother's name? Albus Hannah. Abu, what's your father's name? Malbus Hannah. Olak ya عمي, you are all Malbus Hannah. والله I did everything يا ولادي. I did sewing, I did knitting, embroidery, of course my hairdressing business. I even sold عبايات والله. And I made more money than my husband Abu Yusuf والله. One time he tells me, Yusuf, if I hadn't had 11 kids with you, I would have thought you were the man. والله شرستنا يا أبو يوسف. والله I was very successful, I was ambitious, and I came a very, very long way. No matter how harsh life becomes, just be patient. Be patient and look up to God and say, Ya Rab, think, and you will find the answer. Everything will be okay. But of course, read the Quran and stay on the right path and read the Quran. Ya Palestine. Palestine means everything to me. I look up to the sky and I pray. I pray and my faith is greater. I am proud. I'm proud to be Palestinian. I'm proud. Alhamdulillah.
شدوا بعضكم يا الفلسطين، شدوا بعضكم، ما ودعتكم رحلة فلسطين، ما ودعتكم. عورك سيني نشتم الحبر، عورك سيني يا فلسطيني، قلبي زرعك يا فلسطيني. شدوا بعضكم يا الفلسطين، شدوا بعضكم، ما ودعتكم رحلة فلسطين، ما ودعتكم. عورك سيني نشتم الحبر، عورك سيني يا فلسطيني، قلبي زرعك يا فلسطيني.
أعزائي المشاهدين، مباشرة من القدس لأول مرة منذ عام 1948 بإمكاننا أن نرى في أفق يكاد يكون بعيدا ولكنه أمامنا فعلا فلسطين، ليست فلسطين المحتلة ولكن فلسطين الحرة.
Our stories will never be destroyed. Our stories will continue to resonate,
Reverberate.
echo through the legacy of our ancestors, clench onto our land, stubbornly rooted in our blood, hold on to the key of return to our free Palestine.
I am Handala.
I am 10 and I will only start growing up when I return to a free Palestine. The laws of nature don't apply to me. Things will become normal again when the homeland returns.
And maybe then will I show you my face.
شدوا بعضكم
a solo show, believe me. So I want to thank every single one of you guys. I also wanted to say that today is very special because we actually have two of our storytellers, which the stories are based on. Emily Dubini right here. Hang out with us, learn a little folklore dance. We'll be outside in the parking.